What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Hopefully you guys are having an incredible Friday. If you are, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. Now in today's video, I want to address the two-track plan that lawmakers are discussing. I want to address the fourth stimulus check update, infrastructure problems, and also recurring payments. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of people are questioning if the American people are even going to see any additional relief, and honestly, I think we are. But it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take Congress to finally get their act together and agree on something that is bipartisan. I'll explain why in just a minute. Now, let's talk about how these two tracks are going to go. First off, we got one track, which is a bipartisan infrastructure package. That is something that's already been agreed upon with the White House and a group of 21 senators. It's a bipartisan group of senators. I think it's like 11 Democrats and 10 Republicans. But this is one track. The next track is a budget reconciliation bill, which could go anywhere from $2 trillion all the way up to $6 trillion. And this is something that Senator Joe Manchin wants, a $2 trillion bill. Senator Bernie Sanders wants a $6 trillion bill. Senator Sanders actually has more support from lawmakers on the $6 trillion bill than Senator Joe Manchin. The problem is, as a senator, as a progressive senator, Bernie Sanders does not have a lot of support in the Senate. But Senator Joe Manchin does have more support on his side in the Senate. So, even though more lawmakers support Bernie Sanders, at this time, Joe Manchin actually holds a little bit more power when it comes to his vote. And that creates a big problem. And what we know is that this bipartisan infrastructure package that is currently being discussed, and I don't know when we're going to see this pass. I don't know if this will even hit the floor of the House. But what we do know is the bipartisan bill could be in jeopardy because the budget reconciliation bill, at least according to progressives, has to come in tandem with the bipartisan bill, or they will not vote in favor of it. So let me explain how this is going to work. If we see a bipartisan bill and it doesn't have progressives' support, then it needs to be pretty much favoring Republicans. And so at almost $1 trillion, Republicans would have to come back to Democrats and say, you know what, the bill is close, but we don't have the numbers to pass it. If we want to pass it, and we want to pass this bipartisan bill, which Mitch McConnell does, Chuck Schumer does, and President Biden does as well, if they want to pass it, the best way to pass it, at least according to experts, is to make it more of a Republican bill. Even though it will have some Democratic support, it has to be a more Republican bill at this point. But the problem there is progressives are not going to support it. And then when it comes to the progressive priorities in the budget reconciliation bill, they're going to want more than just their top five. They're going to want things like stimulus checks, monthly recurring payments. They're going to want bigger, bolder legislation. $6 trillion might just be the base. They may go up from there. So at least that is according to reports. But right now, the problem is that no bill, whether it's a budget reconciliation bill or a bipartisan bill, has the support that it needs in the Senate. Again, in the Senate, it is currently split 50 to 50. 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans. And the tie-breaking vote is Vice President Kamala Harris, which means Democrats will always get the tie-breaking vote. The problem there is if it doesn't have 50 votes, if you don't have the 50 votes in the Senate for Democrats, then you don't get to a tie-breaking vote. So if just one Democrat opposes any bill, which Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema do, then this bill is pretty much dead on arrival. And that's one of the reasons that's causing such a big delay is right now Senate Majority Leader and the Democratic whip are trying to figure out how many votes they have. And honestly, they don't have enough. They are further away than they originally thought. They originally thought they were 1 to 2 votes away, and reports indicate that they're a little bit further than that. So as we get more information there, I promise I'll fill you in on that update as well. Now, here's something that we're hearing. Lawmakers right now, okay, they say we need to either address infrastructure or address the people and the economic recovery, that we can't do both at the exact same time. Here's the reason why. Republicans want to see a full recovery first before we see any additional stimulus to the American people. And to be honest, Republicans do not really care if we see any additional stimulus to the American people, but they do want to see businesses bounce back. They do not want to see a corporate tax rate increase. That could hurt many businesses. That could actually hurt the American people as well, because what a business is most likely going to do if they see, oh, I have to pay an additional 4% for my corporate taxes. Well, I'm just going to pass that on to the buyer, and I'm just going to increase all my prices by 4%, right? And essentially you'll get the same thing. So that's kind of what we're seeing at this point. But lawmakers say, let's either address infrastructure or let's address the people and the economic recovery. So if we see infrastructure, which is essentially what the bipartisan bill is, that would be pure infrastructure, and that would be a good thing. Many experts, even Forbes, Bloomberg, and I think it was Wall Street Journal, even stated just the other day that this is actually a good thing, that the bipartisan bill is better than the framework that President Biden even put together, that this would actually get us back to a full economic recovery faster than what President Biden even planned. So that's actually really good news there. But some are saying that once this bill passes, then we need to push over and pass additional relief to the people to provide a full economic recovery. But experts say that the economic recovery will come from the bipartisan bill, and the recovery for people, for families, for their savings account, this is all going to come from the social infrastructure package, which we could potentially see stimulus checks. Maybe I say potentially because it's still not guaranteed it's going to be in there. We're going to see free community college. We're going to see more affordable housing. We're going to see things for child care and elder care. These are big things. We're going to possibly see an expansion of Medicare. This is going to include vision, dental, and hearing as well. Possibly lower the age from 65 down to 60. Okay, these are all good things. They also say that we could potentially see more tax credits for children and for parents that are taking their children to daycare. Because one of the things is universal daycare, making sure it's more affordable. At the same time, you have a better daycare service. You have a better experience. And that's something that President Biden is adamant about including as well. But lawmakers say that we need to pick and choose. Which one do we move forward with first? Is it more of a social infrastructure package, or is it this pure infrastructure that Republicans are really pushing for? And at this time, it's going to be a bipartisan bill. That is at least what we know at this time, is it has to be bipartisan. It has to go that route first, because there's not enough lawmakers that would support a budget reconciliation bill if that came before a bipartisan bill. Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema both say that we need to see a bipartisan bill first, then we can pass a budget reconciliation bill. Progressives say let's see the bipartisan bill first so that we know what to put in the budget reconciliation bill. And so again, it's coming down to which one do you pick first? Which one? Do you do the budget reconciliation bill, put everything in there, and then pull out what was passed in the bipartisan bill? Experts say no, that's not the way to do it. You got to pass the bipartisan bill first, but you have to pass it. That is the key. You have to pass it. And that's where progressives are saying, no. We are not going to pass a bipartisan bill first without the guarantee that the budget reconciliation bill is going to come up on the heels of that. And that's where these talks are starting to stall. That's where we're going to see this kind of fighting between Democrats. Is some say, no, let's just pass the bipartisan bill, and then we will do the budget reconciliation. There's not going to be an issue there because we have that budget reconciliation. We have it up our sleeve. We have that reconciliation card. We don't have to worry. But then they know, well, you got Senator Joe Manchin, you got Senator Kyrsten Sinema, and you got others that question, the size of the budget reconciliation bill. And that's where progressives say that the only way to get them both passed is to do them both at the exact same time. That if you do one bill first, it's going to leave out the last bill. Nobody's going to pass it because everyone's going to say, oh, well, let's just wait. Let's just wait on that and see what happens. Which leads me into the next thing. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, they're not going to wait. They want to push everything through like right now. Well, here's what we know. Lawmakers say that we must wait and see how the child tax credit payments work before we decide if or what and if is the right assistance to the American people. And again, remember how I said that last year Republicans wanted to go on that wait and see approach? That's what Democrats are doing right now. Democrats say that some are saying that the payments are enough, and others say that the payments could be, or they might not be too much, and others say they might not be enough. And so which one is it? Do we need to provide a bigger child tax credit, or is the child tax credit too much and we need to lower it down? Or, and some say that this is a possibility, let's give the same $250 or the same $3,000 and $3,600 child tax credits depending on your age, but instead of making monthly payments, let's do this as just a lump sum payment at the end of the year. Because at least that would take out the question. It would make this thing easier. It wouldn't be so expensive to send out millions of checks every single month. Some say that's the best way to do it, and it would actually save taxpayers a little bit of money there as well. We'll see. But they say that while they wait and see, that we should hold off on passing additional stimulus or survival checks. And so this comes into question. Do we wait on stimulus checks? Do we wait on rental assistance, nutrition assistance, and other forms of assistance, of stimulus like that? Or do we just go and pass some stuff and hope it's enough, or hope it's not too much, and it's to prevent the American people from going back to work, prevent the American people from starting a family, right? Paying for things, going and spending money in the economy, and getting us to a full economic recovery. Some say that's what's in question, that we can continue to do these different things. We can continue to talk about different proposals and plans, but the only way to really know if it's going to work is to simply do it. So that is what we know right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. And again, like I said earlier this morning as well, is we're going to see more updates throughout this weekend from lawmakers saying things here and there, maybe releasing a statement. I would not anticipate there's going to be any breaking news this weekend. So my plan this weekend, I'm going to continue to do at least 2 videos per day. But what I want to address is how you can go and get some of this different relief, what to expect moving forward, what is currently out there for you, and who really qualifies for it. So if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. I just want to provide this little update for you guys because I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on with this 2-track plan. How's it going to work? How are they going to be impacted? Is this a good idea, or are we not going to see anything from it? So if you guys have any questions, again, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and have an incredible 4th of July in just a couple days. Hopefully you guys are doing something fun. If you can and you want to, go ahead and subscribe so that I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.